basis for any of the shit they discuss in this video. It is a pure opinion piece from a biased source. Give us studies from non-biased sources that just study economics. Don't give us don't give us an opinion piece from William Dunkelberg, who has a company that makes money off of maximum profit. And don't give us a YouTube video from a site called Learn Liberty.
Okay, hold on.
You are giving us things that already inherently agree with your points, and they are not even citing sources to back up the points that they make.
Hold on, I'm gonna get another real quick.
I need a target.
If you haven't come to study, I'll use you to teach a lesson. School is in session.
Alright, I'm gonna be right back. Not because I'm bailing on the argument like you did earlier, Noche, because I actually have stuff that I need to do. When I get back, I will continue arguing, and I won't have to get up again. Because I'll have done
Okay, I'm getting Casey in here so he can help be a moderator.
I think Casey's a bit biased, but whatever.
Class dismissed. Inventory is full. I can't carry anymore.
Alright, what do you guys want?
Alright, so Nat's gonna be right back. So right now I believe it's an argument about the minimum wage, and Nick is arguing why it shouldn't be raised.
You want me to moderate or?
Okay, so
You do you.
So we are providing all this evidence to Nick, and then he comes up with a so here, I provide this link. It's just in the general chat. I think it's a decent article. And then Nick comes up with a PDF that links to a single textbook.
Alright, Nate, looking at this, I question the bias of the writer here. I mean, you're on a website called Business for a Fair Minimum.
Alright, true.
Oh, god dang it. I just coined nothing. Because of you guys.
We're sorry. And then also that enormous Forbes link that didn't even work for me.
I had to shame concede.
Sorry.
Alright, you wanna get this going? So is it everybody piling on Note or?
Yeah, everybody's piling on me.
It's kind of because it's like talking to a wall. I'm not gonna lie. Like Sydney's just adding in every once in a while, and it's mostly Nick versus Nat. and
You're
I
here
just provided
too.
a link.
Be good.
And I guess fact checking.
What brings you here?
"15 years ago today, Super Smash Bros. Melee was released in North America." Wow.
Good luck, friend.
Well, spit it out! Glad I could help. Hey, how you doing? Be good.
Yo.
It's a really stimulating conversation we're having.
Well, that's
It's real.
off.
That's gone.
Real quick. He will be back shortly, and we will continue.
What can I do for you? Baladash, Malanori.
Hello.
Oh, Casey, when you said the bias,
Be careful.
like, yeah, there might be, but
Do not
from what I
loiter.
can see, it's also just a list of research.
Remember the sun well.
Studies.
How are you? Very good.
Well met.
I'm gonna watch some
See you
stuff.
soon.
Hey there. Have a good one.
Time is money, friend. Be careful out there. Interesting.
I returned my friends.
Great.
Go with honor. Look right.
At least I can beat hunters.
Go forth to victory.
I may need to be caught up in the argument as I don't know how it's progressed.
I'll put in a couple of links.
It has literally not progressed at all.
No, we didn't do it.
You put it on hold. I put in a few links, one of which
No, Jay, this is an Australian Broadcasting Corporation.
How you
Yeah.
doing?
go ahead and read it.
Spirits.
Note it. The paying people less was they found they could get away with it. Former employees have told of being made to work twice as long as expected at half the rate of pay, with some money as low as $10 an hour.
Sorry,
Turn up the
I was
no
like moderate it.
put in. Note it. What are you trying to prove with this article?
People in Australia, your country where socialism runs free, they still do this.
Yeah, the company does it because they can get away with it.
People still work
full
there.
libertarian, yeah, because they're forced to, because they can't get a better job than at 7-Eleven, because they don't understand that there are better jobs out there than at 7-Eleven.
So you're saying they're stupid?
Some of them, sure.
Maybe it's because they can't find a new job because of minimum wage.
Is the minimum wage or so? Is that what you're saying, okay?
While their base wage is $24 an hour, they would effectively only receive about 12. I don't know what the exact
because-
exchange rate between the Australian and
Yes, because 7-Eleven is scamming them.
if
No,
it's
see, the
scamming them,
article
they
is about
quit
how
and go
7
somewhere else.
No, because 7-Eleven is probably the only job they can fucking get. That's
Yeah,
the point that we're
7-Eleven in the middle of fucking nowhere. Makes sense.
Yes. Did you live in Australia, Note? Oh, sorry, were you the one who has lived in Australia more than half your life? Do you know how 7-Eleven works? It is that gas station that you find when you're just randomly driving down like a fucking 1,000-mile stretch of nothingness. It is that kind of gas station. Okay. And just because, even if it wasn't in the middle of nowhere, if they can get away with paying people less, they will get away with it. Have you heard of Mexican migrant workers?
Yeah.
You know why they get used? Because people can pay them less and get away with it since they don't have other options. Or they could just not pay them at all and get away with it because they don't have other options.
Why would you work for
Best deals
free?
anywhere.
Because if you don't... They're not working for free, they are working
Do you know what
for money.
indentured servitude is?
Don't have
Yeah, I
money,
remember it was a
and you
back-
can't buy food, and you die.
What you're saying is that they don't get paid at all. Why would you work for free?
I'm not.
Yo!
No, I'm saying they get
Okay.
paid very minimal money, and some people will pay them nothing and be able to still get away with it. And like, fucking McDonald's ex-CEO, dude. They've tried to automate. You realize McDonald's has tried to automate their stuff before, and it didn't work because the automatization technology just wasn't there at the time. They tried to do it already without any raising of the minimum wage because they would have to pay their workers less.
And when the technology is there,
And note, when the technology is there, you know what you do? You pay the people who fix the machines and make sure the machines are working and correctly producing the stuff, and you have to pay them more because they are mechanics, and that takes more skill than slapping together a burger.
so what about
True.
people who were working to slap together burgers? What do they do for jobs?
Then they gotta
They-
go find another burger flipping
Yeah, they
job.
go find another burger flipping job. There's plenty of burger flipping jobs out there.
You were just arguing that they can't find other jobs.
Or maybe,
Okay, no,
they get
that
forced
was-
into a job at an even worse place, Nick Note.
Because burger flipping does not take very much skill.
Yes.
I like how Note is sea lioning pretty hard right now.
Have a good one.
He's just giving us hypotheticals and articles to look at that then we have to argue and defend and explain to him
Casey,
why
do you want to
they're
moderate this?
What do you want me to do, dude?
Say what you think about this. The stuff that I'm presenting compared to what they're.
Moderators make sure that the argument is fair and balanced on both sides.
I mean, balance is not what I would call
What would you call it, Casey?
a bit of a gang up scenario.
Thank you.
Okay, it's mostly. I haven't like said anything for.
No, you are.
No, it was mainly just me versus Note for about like 80% of this argument. Nate joined in more than halfway through
Do you want to join in,
and has
Casey?
provided like 2 links. I don't know, does
I
Casey
provided
agree with
one link.
libertarian stuff where companies are able to do whatever the fuck they want? I wouldn't say it's fair to make him join in on an argument that he doesn't agree with.
He can argue whatever side he wants.
That is true.
I'm not forcing him to do anything like you say I do, or corporations do.
Note, I explained to you why they're not forcing, but why people have to. They're not forcing them, it's not like it's slavery. If they were forcing them to do it, it would be slavery. And they could pay them nothing. The thing is, they don't have other options, so they have to do it, or they die. It's not the
can you butt in
They
here?
starve to death or they're children.
I want to hear your input here, Casey. Please.
Alright, sure. The view that Note has is one that's based on a form of purity. Right?
Yeah, pure
That
capitalism.
might cut out.
Yeah, it's pure capitalism, right?
Yeah.
And I happen to support pure capitalism, but sadly, that's not how it works. People don't like pure capitalism. It's not.
Casey, your mic is constantly cutting out.
Well, I tried.
You said it's constantly and then it cut out. What are you saying?
Rip off your own.
No, we want to hear what you have to say.
You know why? Do you want to know why people haven't had a pay rise in a while?
At least.
Minimum wage is already high enough that they don't need to have a pay raise to actually afford to be able to live.
Didn't we just have a pay raise in like 20...
No, this is in Australia. Nick Note's linking
Any
me
friend of
Australian
Greymane
articles now
is a
and trying to
friend of
debate
mine.
me on my home turf.
Let the
which
light
is
of the
not a
new
good idea,
moon guide
because I
you.
know about
What can I
Australian
do for you?
politics.
You look like
Good day.
T to what? I don't know what that means, dude. Try speaking English.
Oi.
Like, Note, if under a government system that
We are
has a minimum
bound by
wage
a
rate,
common enemy.
companies are already trying to pay people half of what that minimum wage rate is. They're breaking the law to make more profit. What do you think is going to happen when there is no law?
They'll probably continue doing that until
Yeah, they'll
people stop
continue
working for
paying
them.
people less and less. No, but the thing is though, all the companies could just do that and make a shit ton of profit.
It's Nick. It's like what the airlines do. They all have agreements between each other to not do stuff.
Yeah, same with the meat industry. The meat industry does the same thing, because if you all just agree that you're not going to compete with each other with higher wages, then you all make more profit anyway. And the main goal of the company is to make profit. No. This is actually how it works in the meat industry case.
We've been
that was an
walled up
actual
for
example
far
I gave,
too
because
long.
they do collude to make sure they don't have better conditions than each other, because they make higher profit if they all work together to make sure that the conditions are the same.
Good strategy.
It is a good strategy. It makes you a shit ton of money, but it also causes people to die on your factory floor, and you're not really to be held accountable for it. And they can't really help that.
Really disagree with
What's
that.
your story? Long live Greymane.
What do you mean? Companies colluding to make more profit at the cost of their workers being in worse conditions and more likely to, like, just die.
Hey, you worker. You should have started the company, dog.
Valid point. Valid point.
Sydney,
Sydney, that's taken into the realm of what you were doing during the Hearthstone card review.
Good day to you.
What?
No.
You have
Simi
a great day now.
makes a decent point, but it's kind of retarded
Very
because
good.
not everyone has the option to start a fucking gigantic corporation.
Well, like, you don't have to fucking. You shouldn't have to make your own. You shouldn't have to get someone to pay you. You should have to. You should be able to make your own money.
That's not something that's easily done. Simi, not at all.
Wow, guys.
And it's mainly because big corporations have made that difficult to do, since they can offer a cheaper product that it took less money for them to produce than a smaller starting up company can.
Or not money. Maybe you just go fucking feed yourself on the fucking wildlife.
That is called, what is that, transcendentalism? The idea that you don't need government or companies or anything, and you can just go live by yourself somewhere, just grow your own food and stuff. Problem is, you have a pretty shitty, really low quality of life if you go and do that. And regardless, so it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. It's like, well, I could go live in the middle of nowhere, make no money, basically just feed myself on fruits and vegetables I grow and animals I hunt. Or I could go work in the meat factory, be able to feed myself on like some actual decent non-homegrown food. And then also potentially be able to get stuff like better clothing, you know, like stuff like that. It's a real damned if you do, damned if you don't situation with that example. How is Airy Peak?
Hey,
Yes.
very well then.
That's how you do. It's fine.
I would say that I'm about done arguing with Note. Boosie's ignored every single point I've made and all the sources that I've provided and Nate has provided, so I think it's kind of pointless at this point. And he's sea lioned a whole bunch as well.
Sea lioned?
Sea lioning is when you give people a hypothetical or an argument for them to argue against without making any actual arguments of your own. Which Nick Note has done plenty. A lot of just like, okay, but how about this? What if this company did this? And then we have to explain why that would be bad and why that's wrong and that's like
You need something?
a bad thing.
Safe travels.
Well, all he had to do was just give us a
How are you?
hypothetical that
Have
we
a
then
good
have to
one.
argue against, you know. He does no work while we do a ton of work to disprove his point. His
I don't see anything inherently wrong with that.
very specific point that we can then not use the same information to argue against the next hypothetical that he makes. It's basically a stalling strategy. Technically, given infinite time, we could disprove all of the sea lion points that he makes, but it takes so much fucking time, and he's not arguing against our points during it, he's just giving us new points that we then have to argue against.
Then you're just gonna say Note's a lost cause?
Yes.
Oof.
I say I'd rather just fuck off and play Titanfall 2 than continue arguing with Note. Ooh, I like these name changes, Nate.
Nate, you touch my name, I'll stab you.
I didn't touch it.
No way! No.
What are you doing? Nat Cacaw!
Is that because I play Phoenix?
See you around.
Yeah. It's an old meme, but a good
is an
one.
old meme. Oh, hell yeah, let's do the Elite Tour and Teach Chain. Oh wait, it's not sea lioning on Noche was doing. Apparently it was called dish scalloping. I don't know where the fuck that name came from. But it is flooding the debate space with an overload of minor, often reworded issues. Hey, can you fix Titans in place that we could play some.
Okay, I repaired the game, so that might work.
If it doesn't work, you probably should reinstall it.
No, I might be able to check if there's any driver updates.
Oh, yeah, it could also be a problem. I am type.
A what?
Oh, is it like an in-game
What's up? Catch you on the flip side.
ETC is such a coast custom card, why isn't it in standard? Wouldn't even be broken if it was in standard. It's probably because you can't get it any way other than crafting.
What are you talking about?
ETC.
What?
Elite Touring. He's the guy who plays rock music and then you get like music cards.
Oh. Wait. Isn't he
Yeah,
bad
he
though?
is bad, but he's like a fun card, you know. Isn't one of them called like We Are Moloch? The cards are named after their songs.
Done eating? Alright.
Rogue Steward is such a shitty card, but
What even is it again?
Deal 4 for 4.
Yeah. But if you prep that, you know, it's still 4 for 1. That's
And
value.
Another fucking card.
That's called values.
How are you?
Hey, Priest has the worst
Safe
2-card combos that are considered the best in the Priest class, so be careful what you act on. But,
Do you want to come join for some Titanfall?
no, I'm good.
Alright.
I'm gonna be playing Dead by Daylight soon, so
Titanfall.
First stream.
I've been streaming the whole time.
Oh, what does your chat have to say about our dilemma?
Basically, the girl retarded.
Well, you're not wrong.
Yep. IMC Orange.
I would like to say thank you, chat, for
Spot on.
Oh, so did you see that? So did the chat see my messages to you?
What? Send me messages?
Yeah, messages.
Oh, yeah.
What is he, the deer? That's the fucking deer? What? Oh, right. He can do a deer. Is it Malfurion Stone Rage?
Oh my god, amazing.
Oh, I want to install WoW just to join Sydney.
I actually have WoW.
Spells are over the place. It's amazing.
Okay, let's play some WoW.
Oh, I have to install it, and I still feel more like playing Titanfall 2. Is it really now?
WoW is something.
I don't have WoW installed yet. I got a free code for a WoW like 1 month membership, and when I tried to redeem it, it didn't work. Probably someone who was in the fucking factory saw it, and I was like, hey, I play WoW, and stole the code.
Question mark.
Maybe, is it one of those games where if you haven't seen, like, if you haven't got into that level, you can't see what it is or some shit?
No, I've seen level 110s with this guy's level 10. Maybe he's like an admin.
No, I doubt it. Big Nate Brown, could you get onto the Arc Eradication Nexus, please?
I am trying it.
Are those the actual fucking ETC people? What the fuck?
Are you sure they're just not NPCs designed to look like player characters?
No, I think they fucking like...
Is that the actual
I think
fucking...
they transformed back into fucking player characters.
Oh, that's sick. Alright, we're back actually.
That was actually amazing.
Hello.
Wait, did I just hear
See you
that they are
later.
not ETC?
Good day to you. Have a good one.
You know, if it was the actual ETC, it would make sense why there's a ton of people there.
Feels like a ton of people there.
Where's the download? Hey kids.
I don't have a target.
Computer.
Hey there.
Stop all the
Safe travels.
downloading.
I'm actually done.
Snee, when I installed Titanfall 2.
Dude, I spent hella money.
I bought a TV on Black Friday.
Yeah, I know, 4K
I heard
TV
about
for
that.
like $20. Oh.
Hey, Sunny, how much can I buy it off of you from?
Snee's gonna charge full price for it, full retail price. Make that honestly, Snee could probably like sell it